National Radio 1.
Good afternoon, James Franco. How are you?
I'm great. Great to be here.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the UK? Has it been a short flying visit, or?
Yeah, I've been here about 2 days, so the jet lag's just wearing off.
Good.
Just
we
in
got
time
him
to
at the
leave.
right time. Do you like London? Because you spent a bit of time here studying. Is that right?
I've spent a lot of time here. I've spent a summer studying someone named Shakespeare here, and then I was here a summer before shooting a movie, and I have a lot of friends here. So
Fond memories of the place, then, hopefully.
There are always, all good memories.
Good. Milk's your new film. We do this thing where we don't ask people to describe their own films, and I kind of do it for them, if that's okay. This one is kind of easy because it's a biopic. It's a true story. It's directed by Gus Van Sant.
Careful, you got a reputation of spoilers.
Not me, not me. James King, not me. But it's a biopic directed by Gus Van Sant, based on the life of Harvey Milk, the first openly gay elected politician in the States, and you play his boyfriend Scott Smith.
That's right.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
I've been corrected on it before. It's
Have you?
the first openly gay man to be
okay.
elected. I guess there was a woman before that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it right you pursued the film, that you wanted to be part of this film?
Yes, and relates back to London. I was here studying, and I heard Gus was doing the movie, and I've just been a fan of his ever since his first movies, My Own Private Idaho, Drugs for a Cowboy, and then he had one before that, Mile and Noche, but that didn't come out.
How do you do that, though? How do you just do you phone him every day going, Gus, James?
I just wrote him an email. I mean, I knew him a little bit before.
Okay.
So I did some small, not great theater in L.A., and I had done this play that I co-wrote and directed and acted in, and he had come to that, and so I met him then about 5 years before, and so
he knew your work.
Yeah, so I was able to email him and then just tell him I'd love to be a part of it. Fortunately, he
said yeah.
He accepted.
And I was watching some stuff with you talking about the film and just saying that you didn't know much about Harvey Milk before you got involved, but once you started doing a bit of research, you're just kind of...
Yeah, well, you have the excuse of being a country away, not knowing about it, but I grew up like less than an hour away from San Francisco, where all the events took place, and I never was taught anything about who he was. And after researching the story, and there's a Oscar-winning documentary about him called The Times of Harvey Milk, and I was shocked that nobody told me anything about him, and there I was living right next door to where it all happened. And so I think it's one of the important things.
It's an incredible story.
Yeah.
Your character in the film, he's loyal. He's he's
handsome.
Handsome, yeah. He's handsome. Yeah, I was going to say that because there's a naked scene in the film.
Yeah.
Fan of skinny dipping, James?
Yeah, you can see just the backside.
Just the buttocks.
Yes.
But the buttocks.
I like how you say that.
The buttocks. I was listening to a very funny story you were telling. Who was it? Was it Jimmy Kimmel? About some piece of attire that the costume lady helped you with.
Well, I don't care.
Let's just say it was pathetic.
Right. There was, I think there was a misunderstanding. There was a bunch of prosthetics around set.
Remember,
and I think people thought that was intended to be on screen, or that it was going to be an erect prosthetic or something like that. It was never going to be seen. So it's akin to just having.
Yeah.
I can't hear anything. It's akin to being a sock.
Okay, right.
And so that's that.
Okay, well, that's fine. You've cleared that up.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
In the film, there's a lot of kissing action with you and Sean Penn, and I believe your first scene that you had to kiss Sean, and you had quite a large audience. Is that right? You were on the streets of San Francisco.
We were, yeah. So it was a long kiss. It was about a minute. That's very long. It doesn't sound long, but on film it's very long. And there were about 200 people watching. And
did you get a cheer afterwards?
I did. I got a lot of. I've never been congratulated for a kiss as much as I did after that.
How'd you rate him out of 10?
It's Sean. He's I don't know. He's great. 11. He's great.
We spoke to him about his film Into the Wild, which he directed, and he was just one of the most fascinating men I've ever met. He's incredible. A lot of people very happy as well because Pineapple Express is out on DVD now.
I know. I think it'll even have even a bigger life on DVD. A lot of people. I'm sure a lot of demographics sit at home and watch DVDs.
Well, I didn't get a chance to see it at the cinema because I had a baby, so I watched it on DVD the other night and literally fallen off the couch. It's such a funny film. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And you couldn't really get two more different films, Milk and Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
Which do you enjoy more, the kind of the weighty biopic with Sean Penn or the Having a Laugh with Seth?
It's hard to judge. They're both great. And
nice to be able to do both, I suppose.
It is nice.
So a lot of people can't, they're kind of pigeonholed into doing one type of role and stuff. Did you find it easy kind of moving into that comedy side of things? Because people...
It was easy for me because they were my friends. I'd done a television show with them, Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah.
And so, on Judd Apatow films, the producer, he does a ton of improvisation. It's unlike I've ever seen on any film, where, on like Knocked Up, I think they went through more film than they did on like Speed 2 or, these huge action films because they just keep their camera rolling and you just do it endlessly and just are, experimenting and trying new lines. And so, that would have been a lot more terrifying if I hadn't been working with,
people you knew.
People I knew for like 7 years.
Yeah. Well, we've got a selection of songs that are from, pieces of your work.
Okay.
Would you like to choose one for us?
Yeah, can I see that list?
Pineapple Express. From Pineapple Express, we've got MIA, Paper Planes.
That's a good one.
From Spider-Man, we've got Hero, Chad Kroger. And from Spider-Man 3, we have Signal Fire and Snow Patrol. Please don't pick Nickelback.
Right,
what do you want to hear?
Let's go with the Pineapple, I guess.
Yeah.
National Radio 1.